myself a protein bar. I think mint chocolate, raspberry, mint chocolate. Welcome back to another full day of eating. I grabbed myself a protein bar to help my muscles refuel, recover from my run this morning. Gonna grab the rest of my coffee and get on with the morning. Friends, before we get any more into this full day of eating, let's do our usual little disclaimer here. Hello to everyone who is new. My name is Colleen. I am a non-diet registered dietitian, and I do these full days of eating to show you what it looks like to actually eat intuitively with no food rules. They're not meant to tell you what to eat or when to eat, but rather to help teach you how to eat. They're meant to help you understand how I make my food choices, give you a little recipe inspo, and maybe a little fun season entertainment. Here we don't do diets, we eat in a sustainable, balanced way that feels good both mentally and physically. That was not always the case for me, and it took me a while to figure all of this out, so it's my goal to help you figure it out way faster. Whether you're struggling with restriction or overeating, this channel's for you, and it's gonna help you find the peace that you're looking for with food. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, be sure to hit subscribe, like this video, all of the things, and you can also download my app called The Society. I'll link in the description. It's gonna be super helpful too. And where you can find the recipe for what I'm going to be eating. Okay, so I am eating, we should just call me Creamy Colleen at this point, because ever since I got my Ninja Creamy machine earlier this year, I've been literally eating it like every day for breakfast. I have a video where I talk about how I make all of these. I'll link that, but I do think we need, you tell me, let me know in the comments, do we need like a full dedicated creamy video? Like I said, I have one if you're looking for it now that goes into a lot of detail on literally how I make these. I basically take any smoothie or overnight oat recipe and just make them in the creamy. I'll link that video in the description for you. But this is the minty, let me show you. This is the minty shamrock smoothie. Like I said, the recipe you can find, it's in my app. And I know this gives like St. Patty's Day vibes, but let me tell you what, in the warmer months, the mint in here, it's got some mint, some apple, banana. It's so refreshing. Spinach. Delicious. Okay, notice how I said shamrock smoothie, not shamrock shake, because let's be real, this is not a shamrock shake, but we do have a recipe for an actual ice cream milkshake in the app as well. So search shamrock, both of those will come up. Pick what you want. You want a smoothie? Go for it. You want an actual milkshake? You can do that too. Okay, the one thing this is missing is some carbohydrate. So we're gonna do a little taste test today. So I have 3 Wishes send me some of their cereals. I tried the fruity one on Instagram. I did on my live on my Instagram stories. But let's try just for funsies, let's try what is this? Sugar cookie. I'll hold my thoughts until the end. I'll give you a scoop on the other one. The reason we add carb is because carbs are important, friends. And if I were to skip that right now, I'd probably be hungry in like 20 minutes. Carbs, fat, protein, gang's gonna be all here. I'm gonna grab scissors. I'm just like butchering this. Okay, let's give it a go. So this is I'll put it back in the box. Sugar cookie. I don't know, it tastes like a sugar cookie, but it tastes like vanilla. Go ahead and add some of that in there. I'm just gonna keep the box here and I'll add it as I go. So one thing I did notice about this, I feel like this cereal, this is also not sponsored by the way, this cereal, it has the least artificial sweetener taste of all the quote unquote like healthified cereals that I've tried. It doesn't have as much like added protein or fiber as some of the other ones, but I honestly think that's why it probably tastes the best, is because they're not trying to like jam so much into it. But like this one definitely tastes a little bit different. It does not taste the same as a regular like Fruity Loops, which both are fine. If you want a little bit of a nutrient boost, a little protein fiber, pick this one. If it's accessible, these are typically a little more expensive, but you can also just pick regular Fruity Loops. They're both fabulous, just depends on the day, what you want. It's a good combo. Okay, so today I just have a call here in a little bit. I do have a relatively open schedule today, so I do have the ability to kind of follow my hunger and fullness cues versus if I were to have like more meetings or a packed schedule, I wouldn't necessarily be able to. I'd have to be more mindful, okay, when is my gonna be my opportunity to eat? But today we can be a little bit more flexible with things. So I was working on writing some emails and I noticed my mind started to kind of like wander towards food. And I was like, okay, I think this is a good time for us to take a break and get us some brekkie, a little more substantial brekkie fest. So that is what we are doing. Just straightening out here. So we are going to continue to eat this. The texture of these is just so satisfying. Okay guys, have you seen, I feel like this is all over Instagram right now, everyone is making like a chicken Caesar flatbread, but the crust is the chicken. Last week I made this for lunch and I want to show you guys this. I have a tweak on it. Let me show you what I'm doing. Grab yourself a can of chicken, go ahead and drain it, and then you're gonna mix it in a bowl with some Parmesan cheese, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and then you're gonna add just a dollop of Greek yogurt. Mix that all up, then you're gonna spread it onto a pita or a flatbread, pop it in the oven at 400 just for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then you're gonna go ahead and grab a Caesar salad kit, and this is what you're gonna use. You're gonna take your cooked flatbread or pita out, put some lettuce on there, Parmesan cheese, add the croutons that come with it, and then top it with the dressing. Slice that baby up. It is such an easy and delicious meal. Then I added an apple that I had on the side as well. Things got a little bit dicey when I tried to film and take this outside to actually eat, and then things got even more dicey when I dropped the camera. But we recovered, we made it, had a nice lunch outside. It is such a mood boost to be able to eat outside. It actually helps you enjoy it with satisfaction and it adds some mindfulness. Very, very delicious and satisfying lunch we had. Okay, completely unrelated, you guys. So I wanted to get a new microwave. So I saw this one and I was like, oh, it's hard to tell on this, but it's like almost like an orangey, like doesn't that looks nice, right? It's like a muted red here, almost like an orangey. Well, when I go to open it, that is not that. Like, I am not, but that would look so freaking nice. Like, look how perfect that is. That is not that. What a bummer. Had a little lunch dessert. I wasn't in love with this flavor. It was new. It's like a berry kind of thing. I don't know. It was okay. Fit the bill. Little snacky snack before our doggy walk for the evening. So one of my favorite snacks is barbecue chips and cottage cheese. You got some protein, you got some carb. Typically I recommend 2 for a filling snack, 2 out of the 3 macronutrients. So carb and protein plus some fat from the cottage cheese if you have some with fat in it. And you guys recommended I try these cheddar rice cake things. So I did. And I gotta say guys, it's not bad. I like the cheddar flavor, but I don't love the texture. I prefer specifically the barbecue chips with the cottage cheese. It's not bad, but I'd recommend the barbecue chips. Still good though. All right guys, I look like I got hit by a bus, but we have something that I've made. This is the second time I've made this week for dinner. Copycat Crunch Wrap Supremes. They take a little bit of getting used to for the folding, but let me show you how I made them. First thing you're gonna do is go ahead and brown up some meat with some taco seasoning. Then you're gonna make a super simple cheese sauce. Then we're gonna go ahead and take a tortilla, top it with meat, cheese sauce. This is where you get the crunch. I use tortilla chips. You can also use a tostada. And then you're gonna add your toppings. Then you're gonna add a quarter of a tortilla on top. Then you're gonna fold it up into a hexagonal shape. And you're gonna pop those babies on the grill. You can use a griddle like I have, Theo helped, or you can do it in a pan, about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And then we also had some cauliflower with it. This is a super satisfying and filling meal. You've got carbs, fat, and protein. You have some veggies, some color there, which is gonna give you some different micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Listen to your hunger and fullness for how much to eat. Sometimes that's the whole thing, sometimes it's not. It's gonna be different for everyone, and it's gonna change from day to day, but highly, highly recommend this. Recipes in my app. All right, guys, welcome back to the next day. Let me switch it down. Okay, so last night, did my paint by numbers. I haven't done that in a while. Put it on the back burner, but I've been getting it back out. If you noticed, I had redone that room. It's kind of like a lemon vibe. Maybe I'll show, if you want to see a before and after, I can put that in my next video. Pretty happy with how it turned out, but I had a sweet tooth after I let my dinner digest, and I had some frosting. It was delicious. I just wanted something sweet, but not something super duper filling. It just had a craving, so I honored it. I feel like, you guys know, if you watch my channel a lot, I love having just a can of frosting for it. I just need a little something super sweet when I have a real big sweet tooth craving, but I also don't want something, like I said, super filling. I feel like that really hits the spot for me. And so that's what I had. Usually I have chocolate frosting on hand, but we had cream cheese this time. So that's what I had. And I feel like frosting for me is something that, I don't want to say holds a special place in my heart, but there has been times when I struggled with binge eating where I would buy cans of frosting. And it's just so nice to be able to just have one in the house and have someone I want, not feel the need to binge on it, not feel guilty, just to literally eat it normally, just to be able to have those things when you want, not feel like they control you, feel guilty, or feel like you need to binge them. So that's what we had last night. I think that about wraps up this video, you guys. I hope you learned something, got some different ideas. If you do want to learn how to eat with no food rules yourself, I will link my app that will teach you how step by step you can get a customized intuitive eating plan built for you for free, whether you are a restrictor, whether you are a binge eater, whether you are struggling with body image, still kind of want to lose weight, have health needs. It's going to create a custom plan for you. You can get started with it for free. So if you have not downloaded that yet, I will link that in the description for you to do so. And with that, like this video if you did like it, subscribe to the channel if you're not, comment below all of the things with, do you guys ever get sick of these full days of eatings? I would like to hear if you made it to the end here. Do you ever get sick of these full days of eatings? I feel like these are always your favorite. And I just don't want to bore you to death with them. So let me know, keep me posted. But with that, it's Wednesday today, so I'm gonna go hop on. I have another meeting that I have to get to. But with that, thank you guys for being here. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.